Bippity boppity boop. Hey, welcome back. I am Jessica, and we are retrying to make those vegan scones that I messed up on the first time. Let's hope this time it goes a little bit better. I failed once. I don't think I can fail twice on this recipe because it is pretty simple, but this time I'm going to show you a good product. So let's get ready. Let's get going. Here are all the ingredients you're gonna need, plus the measuring cups and bowls and things like that. Whoop. We're gonna bake this scone, right? And how hot should we bake it at? What temperature should we bake this scone at? We should bake it at 430 degrees. So let's beep boop that into the machine. So first up, we're gonna use the almond milk and the white wine vinegar, and we're gonna mix them together to make like a soured, cheesy taste, apparently, with the instructions. For the white wine vinegar, we're gonna use 1 tablespoon, or 1 teaspoon. Then for the almond milk, we're gonna do 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. Oh, jeez, ow. Now we're going to set that aside to let it chill because we don't have to deal with it right now. Cool. Now for big bowl time. I love me a big bowl. I like me a clean big bowl more. Alright. Starting with the flour, we're going to use 1 cup and 1/4 cup of that. Next up, we got baking powder. Yum. Super delicious by itself. Just if you haven't tried it already. 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon. JK. 2 tablespoons and 1/2 of a teaspoon. Which seems like a lot, but I think it is a lot. That one's done. Now a packet of yeast. So it says 3 tablespoons yeast, but this is 2 1/4, so I'm gonna call that enough in a packet. I don't want to open another packet. Well, actually I already have another packet open, so I might as well. 1/2. 1/4. Spicy time! None of these are actually spicy, it's just spices. So, time for that. 1/4 of smoked paprika. And last time I had these, they weren't very like flavorful. It might be because I've added too much, but honestly, I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika because I've smelt it and I think I like it. But the recipe says 1/4, so if you wanna play it safe. We'll see how it goes. Now 1/4 of the thyme. My 1/4 was, you know, a little overflowing. Now this mustard powder is a mess to open, so I'm going to open it off camera. And it is 1/4 as well. 1/4 of a teaspoon, if I haven't been clear. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Bop. Bop that right in there. 1 teaspoon of that stuff. 1 teaspoon is a lot. But you know, I like my stuff to be savory. Okay, all these dry stuffs are mixed together and can sit aside for a second while we boil the cauliflower so that we can chop it up and then put it in here. Unfortunately, from the last time that I made it, my cauliflower has kind of browned. It doesn't smell bad, so I'm still gonna boil it. I'm still gonna use it and not go to the grocery store or anything, but it looks a little funky on camera, that's why. So the recipe says that you can use 1 head of cauliflower, and that's good, but cauliflower comes in all different sizes and sometimes shapes, so I just looked up the measurements that they wanted for cauliflower, and it was 7 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon. Let me double check that. Yeah, 7 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon. So I'm gonna measure that out, drop that in, and then finally chop it and put it in there. Yeah. Yeah, boiling water still fascinates me. I'm a child. Okay. Alright, I just finished with the cauliflower. It's all chopped up. It's ready to get in here as soon as I mix this up with my very handy dandy special whisk. I was going to say some offensive things, but this is potato masher, clearly. I'll mix it up. Fries all mixed up. Time for this messy cauliflower that just gets everywhere and falls everywhere. What a mess. That's all in here. Nowhere to run now, huh? They were really annoying. So this recipe specifically calls for a wooden spoon, and now I'm going to carefully and with a watchful eye mix in the soured milk. So I'm just going to start off with a splash. I'm splashing some more. Splash one more splash. Splash. One more splash. Let's hear it. This is going to go so. It says to mix until it's soft and not sticky, so I'm just gonna mix for a little while. Hopefully it's turning into soft and not sticky. Now we're gonna take it out of the bowl, pat it down, and cut out some circles. So I'm gonna plop a little flour. Wow, I'm not good at this, but it's good enough, you know. Says to pat it out to 2.5 centimeters, and I don't have or don't want to look for my measuring tool that measures centimeters, my ruler. Yeah. I just mush it down till it's mush enough, I guess. And I'm gonna cut out little circles, little patties. Yeah, it just says cut out rounds. So I'm gonna cut out some rounds. That's an ugly little round, but you know. Here's the last two. They're about to go in the oven, and they look pretty cute, don't they? They look pretty alright. Alright, that's supposed to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. I've just got one for 10, and then I'll check up on it, see if it's as golden as I want it to be. Yeah. I think it's gonna turn out right. The final countdown. Dun, 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 dun. They look slightly appealing, you know, they look okay. They look edible. They kind of smell the same. They look like they have cheese in them. So let's take a bite of one. Alright, now let's eat. I have a texture. So they have the texture of not a scone. They taste a little bit like slightly cheesy. The cumin kind of comes through. Overall it's okay, but I really wouldn't call it a scone. I'll definitely have to try another recipe or try to convert a regular scone recipe into a vegan scone recipe, because this is not really it. They taste okay. They don't have a lot of flavor. So this recipe's a flop. I wouldn't follow it. I worked really hard on making like a cute screenshot that you can take at the end of the video. I'll leave it because I worked so hard on it. It's the recipe, the full recipe. But honestly, it's not worth making, because it's not like a scone. You can't call this a scone. It's not the same like texture. It's definitely just bready. Alright, so I'm really glad that I was able to make all of these while following the recipe correctly and accomplishing the look that they had in the pictures. But unfortunately, yeah, they're not scones really. I've never made a scone, but I've definitely had quite a few scones in my life. So soon I'll be making probably brownie browns, and they'll be vegan, of course. And I'm excited to make those because I have a big heart for chocolate, big heart on for chocolate. I'm really excited. That's probably going to be within the week or next week. So thanks for watching. Thanks for getting to see me do it right, even if it wasn't really a scone. But I will be seeing you guys next week, real soon. Really excited. Hopefully I'll be trying out some different types of content too. I'm not honestly loving the baking, but I am enjoying it enough to continue it and keep trying new things, because I really do like trying new recipes. It's just kind of the filming is difficult, but we'll see how I like to edit this video and how it turns out. So, bye.